Hello everybody. Well, I got up this morning about 4 o'clock. Got out of bed about like 5 or so. I want to go flying. It's been windy for the last couple weeks. So I come downstairs, I get the food ready for the guys. And I hear something outside. It's raining. So it's been raining all day. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning now. So I started thinking, well, I might as well build something. Just something. The first thing I did was I had a couple things to finish up on my mud duckling that I made. I made this a while ago, several months ago, and just I never finished it. Didn't have a motor. Well, I put a motor on it, a motor that I had on my NIFTY, and because I want to go with a bigger motor on my NIFTY since I've made some changes, I need a bigger motor. Anyway, so I finally finished this up. It's a pretty good looking plane. I did some really nice wheels on it. The beer can with wire loom. Look real good on a mud duck. Started looking around. Got lots of balsa. I have some aluminum channel there, and I have some signs, plastic corrugated signs, including this big one here. I found it lying on the side of the road, and I just picked it up because I don't like litter. I went to SPAD.com because I've never worked with this corrugated sign material before, and I saw this. It's a rail type aluminum. They're all gasoline. I have an electric motor. I'm thinking of making a small electric one. So I'm modifying, and well, I started by this, and then I kind of changed up, and I decided to just kind of combine a few different ideas and different planes, basically, that all do kind of what I want them to do. I want something that's pretty easy to fly, kind of indestructible, and we'll see what I come up with. Of course, I can't test it, but here's what I decided on my wings. I'm going with the KFM wing. I guess it's the KFM2. The ribs go the wrong way on the top piece, but I couldn't resist clearance, so it's 32-inch wingspan because that's the size of this coroplast. And then the main part of the wing, I've already sanded it and I cleaned it. I used rubbing alcohol to clean off because it was scratched up some of the ink too, and I got all that off. It's about a ½ inch, or maybe a little bit less than a ½ inch. Excuse the fire whistle going off there in the background, but with the storm they always go off. But anyway, here's my tail section, and what I did was I'm at 8 3/4 inches by 14 because that was the size of the sign, the height of the sign, so that the ribs go the right way for the tail. And I'm at about, my control surfaces on the tail are about 2 1/4 inches. And this is my vertical stabilizer and rudder. And it's about 8 inches high. And it was, again, 9 3/4 before I cut off the corner. And very scientific. I use this because I like the shape of the A. So that's how I determined the slope. But it's I guess pretty typical. And I'm holding this on with pop rivets. And I used a Tupperware lid cut into strips. That's what I'm using for backing on my rivets. Hey there. As you probably gathered by now, this is pretty low-tech build just for fun. And also, I'm not doing a whole lot of editing, so I'm not really showing much building, but a couple things here I'm doing real quick I'll show you, just because, again, I don't want it to be a long video or spend a lot of time editing. So I'm just taking my hot soldering pencil and poking a few holes. Paint stirrers. These things are great. I love these for various odds and ends. So I'm just putting a little Gorilla Glue on the, and making sure I get it in the holes so they act like little rivets. Real, you know what I'm trying to say. I can't talk and work at the same time. It's definitely a problem. Okay. And I just have little pieces that I'm going to, spacers basically, that I'm going to push down in there. Should the plane actually fly, it'll be easier to change. I'll just basically pry these out. I cut a few brackets out of this aluminum channel and pop riveted them on. And I'm guesstimating that I'm going to need a pretty long nose in the front to balance this out. Thinking of putting the battery up front in this section right here behind the engine mount, which is just two pieces of the angle. It's all pop riveted together. And I'm getting ready to attach my wing. This is about Kylie. This is about as far as I'm going to go on this for now. And it definitely didn't start out to be a nifty mutant, but that's what it's become. I'm looking at an all-up weight of about 30 ounces. I think this will do well where I fly. It's a bit on the heavy side, obviously, of the chloroplast instead of EPP or even fan-fold foam. And so it's going to take a little bigger motor than I originally had planned for this project. And actually this project wasn't planned at all, was it? Everything's pretty much by accident on this, but hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'm actually unemployed at the moment. I have a job lined up, and in a couple of weeks I'll have enough money to buy the motor. Unfortunately the hobby kind of has to take a back seat. But anybody have any comments or thoughts on this design? Let me know what you think. Also, I am going to decide on putting landing gear. I'm going to put aluminum landing gear on the front. And just a tail dragger. Alright, thanks for watching.